today. Alright, let's start over for that. Hello everyone, so today at the beginning of the stream I wanted to make a little video that I can section off and upload probably tomorrow, but the patch came out today as of my recording this yesterday for you people watching. And I wanted to tell you guys, after about 2 hours of game time, what my opinions are on the changes, the majority of the changes. And I will leave the link to the patch notes down in the description below, and I will also be talking about changes that I mentioned in my weapon balancing videos, and those will most likely also be linked down in the description below. I'll link the playlist. But those were my suggestions for weapon balance that I had put out about a month or two ago now. And some of them were followed, some of them were definitely not. So I want to talk about it a little bit. Let's start off with the obvious things. Primaries. Primaries are back, guys. Legitimately, these days, like in 6v6 games, I've been playing Majority Rift because that's the game mode that is around for the weekly bounty this week. So I played 6 games of Rift, and then some other game modes for about 2 hours total. And I don't think I got more than 3 shotgun kills in any game that I played. I also even used sidearms. Sidearms, I got a few more kills because I had more ammo, because I was keeping ammo through death. And also sidearms are very strong now. Like they can 4-shot if you hit one headshot, and they have fairly decent range, good accuracy. And you can almost use them like primaries, and the fact that they just keep their ammo is huge. So using Trespasser and my Iron Wreath, I got a few more kills, probably more like 5 or 6, maybe even 7 kills with sidearms. But whenever I've used a shotgun, I have not gotten more than maybe 3 kills with that shotgun in the match. Most of my kills come from grenades, melees, supers, and primary. I will say that grenades and melees are still very, very, very prevalent. Grenades are definitely, honestly, I don't know. I feel like grenades as a whole could be scaled back, and that the game would be so much better for it. And I said this in my abilities balancing video. I was like, I think grenades as a whole should be scaled back, and especially sticky grenades right now. I've had games where people are literally running terrible subclasses just for the sticky grenades, right? So like Sunsinger. Sunsinger's been awful since they nerfed it back in Taken King. Thank God they did nerf it. All I'm saying is that they did over nerf it a little bit, and it's been not that great. It's not a good subclass. But people have been using Sunsinger just for the sticky grenades. And people have been using Sunbreaker as well a lot. Sunbreaker still is good and has been good since they nerfed it back when it was crazy overpowered in Taken King as well. But now it's definitely resurfaced solely for the sticky grenades. And a lot more Defender Titans as well using magnetic grenades for those sticky grenades. That's really annoying. Blade Dancer is so bad now that people don't really use that for the sticky grenades, but every other subclass that has sticky grenades on it, people are using and abusing. That sucks, obviously. I do hope that we get a comprehensive ability patch next up, in the next couple months, hopefully, and that sticky grenades are addressed, because they're really annoying. They're really, really annoying. And even Axion bolts and skip nades, and lightning grenades and void wall grenades are really kind of, they get on your nerves when you're trying to engage in a primary fight and people are just spamming grenades at you. So, if they don't reduce the power of grenades, they should reduce the amount of time, or excuse me, they should increase the amount of time that it takes to get your grenades back, because right now 25 seconds for a grenade, not long enough, especially on a Void Walker, where if you get a grenade kill, a melee kill, or a Nova Bomb kill, it regenerates your grenade in 5 seconds flat. I'm speaking as a Void Walker main here, guys. Like, it's ridiculous. And even not on Void Walkers, on Striker Titans or whatever, you get your lightning grenades back in 25 seconds. You can spec for 2 lightning grenades with an exotic. On Warlock, you can spec for 2 sticky grenades if you want on Sunsinger. I don't know. I think Armamentarium, especially on Titans and things like that, grenades, the cooldown definitely needs to be reduced, and you know, even that might not be enough. We might also have to reduce the tracking on stickies, the damage output of Axion skips and lightning grenades, or at least the cone of lightning grenades. But yeah, that's just my opinion. It is pretty grenade spam heavy, but honestly, primaries are king again. You have to have gun skill. There's a lot of gun fights. Team shotting is very, very important. Like, it's very, very prevalent. If you are engaging multiple players, you're going to have a tough time. If you are engaging people with a teammate, you're going to team shot and you're going to melt people. That's just the way it goes. I mean, teamwork makes the dream work, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I have complained about it in my past in the stream I did today, but it wasn't really a complaint per se. It was more just like, wow, I just keep getting unlucky because I get shot by 2 or more people every single time. It happens. It's not a bad thing. It's just unlucky. Auto rifles are solid. Suros, is the lower rate of fire, higher impact variant. With focus fire, it turns into an even higher impact, lower rate of fire variant, which actually technically is a DPS decrease. If you don't know what DPS means, that's damage per second. Focus fire technically increases your kill time, which is bad, right? It takes longer to kill your opponent with focus fire. However, look at this range chunk that it gives you. Like, that is huge for Suros. And I thought focus fire was going to get completely outclassed by spinning up, because Suros was going to get the full brunt of the buff to lower rate of fire auto rifles, and spinning up obviously makes it fire faster the longer you shoot it. And Suros is already a dominant auto rifle. Like, why wouldn't it be even better now? And I was right, but I was also wrong in the fact that focus fire, with that range boost, makes itself viable as well. It's really a matter of preference on Suros Regime. Suros Regime is without a doubt the best auto rifle in the game right now, but it's 100% preference on whether you like focus fire or spinning up. Obviously, focus fire is going to be better on long range maps where you might be getting in longer range engagements with pulse rifles. Spinning up you can get away with on shorter range maps, and it's great. I personally like focus fire, and I've used focus fire for the past several matches, even on closer quarters maps, and I've had fun because I feel like I can aim well with focus fire and hit my headshots, and it just feels good to me. But you might like spinning up, but I just wanted to recommend Suros to you guys. This archetype is amazing. If you have the lower impact, higher rate of fire archetype, which is 88 and 8 on Destiny Item Manager, if you have that with focus fire, that's also going to be great. But yeah, any other auto rifle that looks like this, not this, but this, higher impact, lower rate of fire, is going to be your best friend. Summoner from year 1 comes to mind. Vanquisher from year 1. Shadow Price, those you can get from engrams now as year 3 weapons. Antipodal Hindsight, which was a Taken King Crucible weapon, I believe. And like I said, the Vanguard auto rifle right now is a little bit higher rate of fire, but it has focus fire on it, and also the Crucible auto rifle is the same archetype. So if you want to go pick those up or try your luck in packages, go for it. Hand cannons feel so good. I dare say their accuracy is completely back to year 1. You can map people with it, but the range drop off is perfect. It's literally perfect. Hand cannons and auto rifles share a common range. I will say hand cannons are better than auto rifles right now. Auto rifles still feel just a little bit weak. Very, very, very slightly weak. And definitely, like, all the other auto rifles besides the high impact auto rifles need a bit of a buff, in my opinion. Like Monte Carlo style auto rifles could use a little bit of a buff as well. But not much, honestly. It's really close between hand cannons and auto rifles right now, which is how it should be. Hand cannons are just a little bit more dominant right now, and they're definitely going to be the choice for higher level players. But auto rifles are in there, man. Auto rifles are hanging in there. You can still compete with an auto rifle, which is what needed to happen. Honestly, like, before, you could not compete with an auto rifle against a hand cannon at all, even with hand cannons having ghost bullets. Now hand cannons don't even have ghost bullets, and auto rifles can kind of compete. They still need a little bit of a buff in my opinion, but hand cannons are perfect and very, very crispy, very, very nice. A lot of people thought range perks were going to be completely essential. They are in a way, but not in the way that makes your shots hit where you're aiming anymore. If you get what I mean, right? Like you can still use hand cannons without rifled barrel or rangefinder. They will hit. They will, the shots will go where you're aiming. Which, before the patch, you needed rifled for your shots to go where they were aiming, and even then, sometimes they wouldn't. Now you don't need that. It's just nice to have, right? It's nice to have that extra range so you can, not have damage drop off. But hand cannons are in a very, very good spot. Last Word feels great. Hawkmoon feels amazing. Pulse rifles as a whole feel great. I believe Bad Juju style, Suros PDX, Hawksaw, Blind Perdition, those are actually better in a lot of ways than Clever Dragon, Grasp of Malak now. But it's very close. It's really a toss-up. They're still both very, very viable. Parthian Shot and Messenger, the highest impact, lowest rate of fire archetype, is once again viable. It can melt if you hit all your headshots. It can 2-burst lower-ish armor targets, especially if you have glass half full. You will be a 2-burst machine if you can hit all your headshots. Probably my favorite loadout to run right now is a Parthian with a sidearm. I love this loadout right now, and it's definitely viable. Is Hawksaw better? Is PDX better? Is Bad Juju and Blind Perdition better? Probably. But especially with flinch, with flinch in the game, it makes it really hard to hit 2 bursts to the head with a Parthian as slow as it fires. Even though they buff the rate of fire, it still fires fairly slow. It's kind of hard to hit those headshots while you're under fire, especially with a high cal round pulse rifle. So yes, Hawksaw PDX, Blind Perdition, still better. But Parthian Shot, once again, like the auto rifles, it's there, man. You can absolutely use it and have success. Other than that, the health regen perk changes for Blade Dancer are horrible and stupid and should not have been happening. They literally just nerfed Blade Dancer. It's really confusing. They also nerfed Quick Draw. They nerfed Quick Draw on Blade Dancer, and they nerfed Quick Draw on Ophidian Aspects. Does it make a difference? Not really. Ophidian Aspects are still worth using, in my opinion, from what I've seen, or from what I've used. And, Blade Dance's Quick Draw is not too much worse for wear, but honestly, no one's using Blade Dance anyway, because the super is literally... it's the worst super in the game now, without a doubt. And, there's almost no other reason to use the class. Yeah, it's bad. Blade Dance has been hit pretty hard for no reason. But regardless, that was an interesting point that I wanted to make. I'm not going to talk about all the patch notes. Those are just the things that stuck out in my mind that I wanted to mention to you guys. Have fun using weapons, guys. Like it's so refreshing to go in and have primary gunfights with people. Like, I got a 35 kill game just an hour ago. The last time I got a 30+ kill game was on a new account so that I could full skill-based matchmaking, and that was like a year ago. Like, legitimately a year ago. Maybe like half a year, like 6 months or something, I don't know. But it's been a long, long time. The last time I got a 30+ kill gameplay on this account was absolutely over a year ago. So, it's just like, get in here and enjoy it, guys. Like, this is the best Destiny has been since early Taken King. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully it didn't run too long. I kind of ranted a little bit there, but yeah, Destiny's good now. It really is, and I'm excited. I'm probably going to be posting potentially 2 videos a day for the next week, because For Honor has also come out, and I will be buying that most likely tomorrow. So I'll be putting out both Destiny videos and For Honor videos all this week, mixed and matched, maybe 2 videos a day, at least 2 or 3 days this week. So I hope you guys look forward to that. I'm having fun in games finally again. Uh, Unfortunately, Overwatch will fade out for a little bit. I did have some hero guides planned, but you know, I just didn't really get to them. Didn't get them finished. Didn't get them edited. So those will have to wait. Hope you guys don't mind. But Destiny's great now. Well, not great, but it's definitely better than it was, and I'm having fun in it. So that's all that really matters. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.